Hello and welcome to the almost start of the Let's Play for Delta Force 2. Today we're just going to be quickly going over the manual for Delta Force 2. So we have Delta Force 2 Operations Manual Classified. In October of 1977, the 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta was secretly formed to deal with the growing threat of world terrorism. At Fort Bragg, elite Delta Force operatives, recruited mainly from the 82nd Airborne, Special Forces Green Berets, and U.S. Army Rangers, rigorously trained in hostage rescues, specialized reconnaissance, and other counterterrorism techniques. Highly skilled in close quarters battle, or CQB, and armed with the best equipment and able to infiltrate as civilians, Delta Force is ready to deal with the most dangerous world threats. Due to the extremely sensitive nature of these low visibility missions, the U.S. Department of Defense still does not officially acknowledge the existence of Delta Force. Although it's worth noting, I think within the last few years, as of when this video was recorded, the Department of Defense has finally acknowledged the existence of Delta Force publicly. The Special Forces Creed. I am an American Special Forces soldier, a professional. I will do all that my nation requires of me. I am a volunteer, knowing well the hazards of my profession. I serve with the memory of those who have gone before me. Rogers Rangers, Francis Marion, Mosby's Rangers, the 1st Special Service Force, the Jedburghs, Detachment 101, and the Special Forces soldiers of the Vietnam War who won 17 Medals of Honor and 90 Distinguished Service Crosses. I pledge to uphold the honor and integrity of all of these in all that I am, in all that I do. I am a professional soldier. I will teach and fight wherever my nation requires to liberate the oppressed. I will strive always to excel in every art and artifice of war. I know that I will be called upon to perform tasks in isolation far from familiar faces and voices. With the help and guidance of my God, I will conquer my fears and succeed. I will keep my mind and body clean, alert, and strong, for this is my debt to those who depend upon me. I will not fail those with whom I serve. I will not bring shame upon myself or the forces. I will maintain myself, my arms, and my equipment in an immaculate state as befits a Special Forces soldier. My goal is to succeed in any mission and live to succeed again. I am a member of my nation's chosen soldiery. God grant that I may not be found wanting, that I will not fail the sacred trust. So we have some credit, an installation, how to install. Looks like they finally got more than a Gazelle helicopter. That's a Russian Helix helicopter, I believe. Silenced pistol, very nice. 1024 by 768. Message macros, and here it explains our gear choices a bit. Gear choices. In Delta Force 2, you have the option of selecting 4 unique items weapons in addition to the standard gear of a combat knife, grenades, and laser designator. You also select which primary weapon your computer-controlled teammates will carry before the mission. In addition, if a mission contains an armory building, you'll have the opportunity to switch out gear during the mission. Primary weapons. M4 and shotgun, the Master Key. Magazine, 30 round. 5 12-gauge 70mm cartridges. Effective range 500 meters. Accessories 4x scope. Lightweight and accurate, the M4 is used for close quarter combat just like its larger cousin, the M16. In addition, an attached M68 reflex sight allows for effective lethal fire at a range of up to 500 meters. The M4 is gas-operated, air-cooled, and highly reliable in field use. The Master Key incorporates a highly modified Remington Model 870 shotgun attached under the barrel of the rifle. Named for its practical use in opening or removing doors, the Master Key is a favorite among Delta Force operatives. M4 5.56mm carbine assault rifle and grenade launcher. Magazine 30 rounds, 1 grenade and magazine. Effective range 500 meters. Accessory 4x scope. A single-shot M203 grenade launcher is fitted to the M4 to deliver low-velocity 40mm explosive ammunition. The rifle grenade launcher marriage replaces the need for single-purpose weapons such as the M79 grenade launcher. Heckler & Koch 9mm MP5 SD3 submachine gun. Magazine 30 rounds. Effective range 100 meters. Accessories integral suppressor. A deadly combination, the H&K MP5 SD3 is both silent and accurate. Built with the special H&K roller-locked bolt system, this submachine gun is capable of single-shot, controlled burst, and semi-automatic firing. Coated with magnetically charged black lacquer paint, the MP5 is extremely resistant to harsh conditions such as saltwater corrosion. The free-floating cold hammer forged barrel and ambidextrous pistol grip make this weapon unique in its class. Note, bullets are able to penetrate objects of varying density. In Delta Force 2, larger caliber weapons will have better bullet penetration. Hiding in a tent won't necessarily protect you. So that's going to be a big change from Delta Force 1, where those camel leaf nets were an effective stop against rifle caliber bullets. M249 SAW Squad Automatic Weapon. Magazine 200 rounds per box. Effective range 800 meters. This handheld portable machine gun delivers a massive amount of firepower to support infantry squad operations. Its preloaded plastic magazine houses 200 rounds of M855 improved NATO standard SS-109 type 5.56mm ammunition. The M249 replaces the aging Browning automatic rifle and defines a new class of one-man weapons. Being a heavy weapon, the SAW will slow you down slightly. M40A1 Sniper Rifle. Magazine 5 rounds. Effective range 800 meters. Accessories 10x scope. Based on the Remington Model 700, this 7.62mm rifle is optimized for pinpoint accuracy. Handmade by specialists at Quantico, the M40A1 is renowned for its competition-grade stainless steel barrel, reinforced fiberglass stock, and 10x power sniper scope. The M40A1 is a preferred sniping rifle among U.S. Marines. Barrett Light 50 caliber sniper rifle. Magazine 8 rounds. The magazine holds 10 rounds, but experts only use 8 to avoid jamming. Effective range 1500 meters. Accessories 10x scope. The Barrett 50 caliber Light 50 Model 82A1 is a long-range, hard-target interdiction weapon. The gun operates on short recoil principles, where the barrel is fitted with a high-efficiency muzzle brake to reduce recoil. An adjustable self-leveling bipod aids the sniper in aiming this high-powered rifle. The Barrett is heavy and cannot be fired accurately while moving. Snipers are most accurate in the prone position with the Barrett. 5.66mm APS Underwater Assault Rifle. Magazine 26 Drag Stabilized darts. Effective range 100 meters in air, 30 meters underwater. Intended to be used for underwater combat, the 5.66mm APS rifle quietly fires specially designed 150mm long darts which are capable of penetrating wetsuits and face masks at range. The actual range of the weapon underwater will vary with depth. Secondary weapons. Satchel charged with radio detonator. Packed with high explosive charges, the Army issue satchel is a quick and compact way of taking out enemy installations. After placing the package, Delta Force operatives move to a safe range and detonate it with a radio signal. M18 Claymore with motion sensors. The M18 Claymore was developed during the Korean War to counteract massive infantry charges by the Chinese. The anti-personnel mine is made of a curved plate that contains 700 ball bearings packed in front of a sheet of C4 plastic explosive. Directional fragmentation mines are fixed into trees or planted on the ground with the convex side facing the enemy, clearly marked front towards enemy. When activated, it explodes the ball bearings up to 50 meters in a 60-degree arc. Law Light Anti-Tank Weapon. Effective range 400 meters. The M72 light anti-tank weapon fires a single 66mm explosive round capable of penetrating at least 350mm of armor. When the round impacts its target, the front cone collapses and pushes the energy into a small area. A copper slug ricochets around the interior of the target, while gas propellant ignites fuel and ammunition. The high-strength aluminum fiberglass composite tube is considered disposable after the rocket has been launched. Extra ammo load for primary weapon. Standard gear always carry 6 fragmentation grenades. Choose either impact or time delay, 4 to 7 seconds. Laser designator for designating strikes for artillery strikes. K-bar knife for silent close combat takedowns. Binoculars use the B key for long-range observation. Sidearms. Special Operations 45 caliber pistol. Magazine 10 rounds. Effective range 50 meters. Delta Force uses the Heckler & Koch US SOCOM semi-automatic pistol as its standard sidearm. Made from a polymer plastic, the 45 employs a mechanical recoil reduction system in the signature Heckler & Koch polygonal barrel for increased accuracy. Special Operations 45 caliber pistol silence. Magazine 10 rounds. Effective range 50 meters. The added silencer allows for virtually silent takedowns. The silencer, however, will decrease muzzle velocity and slightly degrade the stopping power of the weapon. Heckler & Koch P11 underwater pistol. Magazine 5 rounds. Effective range 15 meters. Delta Force operatives use this virtually silent pistol for infiltration from sea to shore. An electric charge is used to fire the rounds. Auxiliary gear. LAR-V, rebreather, and fins. Allows operative to stay underwater longer. Wearing the LAR-V on land will decrease your movement speed. Ghillie suit. Optimum camouflage suit for a sniper. Kevlar vest. Provides limited resistance to small arms fire. Military surveillance camera. Use the fire key to place this highly durable field video unit down. Use your surveillance camera to remotely view what the camera sees. And we have all of our game controls here. We see we get both a color and contour GPS map. Again, we have that cursed V key to cycle the resolution of the game, which I don't know why they felt the need to do that, but we get a commander's map as well. We can send audio commands. We have hotkeys for everything. Most of the commands you'll notice are pretty much the same, except we now we have a night vision goggle control now, so that's going to be pretty nice. Here we go. First person gun is at 4. Fixed weapon emplacements. You can use fixed weapon emplacements simply by walking up to them. Your field of view will then become limited to that of the weapon. To break away from the weapon, simply back up. And you can see our game screen is much improved as we now have messages in the top left. System messages have their own separate window. We have a mini map. Well, we had a mini map before, but now this one shows the terrain. I believe in the last one it was just a circle. Or no, did we even have that? I don't even think we had that. So that's an upgrade. We have our stance indicator, which we had before. We have a special slot for items, which we can drop now. They replaced the actual bullet count with a sliding bar, and then they have a magazine count here. I kind of wish they had kept the number count, but this is okay. I think perhaps this is more realistic to show, you can still count rounds in your head, but then this is kind of to represent like the weight, because as you fire rounds, obviously your magazine becomes lighter, so it's like it's about half full or something like that. So that's my idea of what this bar is going to represent. And we have more information about our waypoints, which is now in the bottom, and then it looks like we have our name here along with other mission data. And we also have a few more icons. Vehicles are now represented on the map. It shows friendly claymores as well as buildings. We, of course, get our scope as before. But we can also, I don't believe you could do this in the last game, you can use the Z and X keys to zero the scope in 100-meter increments to compensate for bullet drop. Well, have to be something to remember. Commander screen. The most useful tool you will have in the field is the commander screen. By pressing the C key, you will have access to a wealth of mission information such as waypoints, identified enemy positions, objectives, and squad statistics. The top portion of the screen displays in-game text messages, similar to the information link on the main game screen. Use the menu below it to view the different information screens. The large left-hand window is the primary display screen, which shows the essential data. The right-hand side shows specific information on items selected in the primary display screen. Information that appears here will remain until you select something new, even if you change to a different menu choice. So we now have various filters, and it looks like we have since they have tabs here, we can use the mouse, and we can get information about what we select. So that looks like a significant upgrade. This is a larger, more sophisticated form of your GPS map. With the buttons below the map, you control what information is displayed or hidden from view. In addition, you can zoom the map in and out, toggle between your color and contour map, add topographical lines, and automatically recenter the map on yourself. If you hold the right mouse button down, you can scroll the map around. When you click the mouse on an object or person, the icon will flash and information will appear in the right-hand display. Here you will find out things such as the object's name inside. When selecting other players, a new set of commands will appear in this window, such as the ability to send a message directly to them or stop all communication coming from them. You can also issue orders to computer-controlled teammates. Your mission waypoints are invaluable for finding your way to your mission objectives. During a mission, you can grab any one of your assigned waypoints and drag it to a new location. You can also select any object and temporarily set it as your next waypoint. This can be very useful in finding your way directly to someone or something on the main game screen. As soon as you select a new waypoint or cycle back to your mission waypoints, this temporary one will disappear. Finally, you can set custom mission markers in the game with the W button. You can name these markers whatever you like and even send them one at a time to other players in a multiplayer game. So you can tell with all the references to multiplayer that it was more of a focus with Delta Force 2, which, keeping with the times, becomes more of a focus of the Delta Force games as time goes on. So you can see here mission settings, weapons, team, players. Nova World, which is the NovaLogic server service for setting up multiplayer games, and the various game types and options for that. VoiceOver Net, which is VoIP, voice over IP, essentially. So this was kind of cool back in the day because you could chat in games. So well, now it's obviously a standard feature in everything. Internet etiquette. NovaLogic does not monitor voice over net communication. If you're having a problem with any other player, we strongly suggest that you mute them. When using any form of communication, please be considerate of other people. Using hateful, discriminatory, or obscene language will probably get you muted. You can try using the text chat, the T key, to ask them politely to unmute you. If they choose to keep you muted, it probably wouldn't have been an interesting conversation anyways. So that's something that certainly is still a problem even today. Technical support, fax support line, because back in the day people actually used fax, including a phone number too. I don't even think that's an option with technical support these days, at least not for video games. Limited warranty, yay, and this very nice envelope to make it look like it's a sealed package. So that is our brief foray through the Delta Force 2 operations manual, which even I learned a few things going through it. So I didn't know they modeled bullet penetration in this game, or that you could zero your scope in this one. So I'll have to try very hard to remember that, because I can very easily forget that. And with that, that brings this episode to a close. So thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time as we begin our proper Let's Play of Delta Force 2.